One moment. Let me make sure the world around me work in my absence. One moment. Kidogo tu, kazi imeingia tu saa hii wakati nime click play. Just one moment. Let me fix something here. 1:30 is too close. All right. Higher. Let's restart. How is everybody? How are you doing? Everybody doing good? Everybody doing okay? All right. I hear you. I see you. Why are we looking so good today? What is happening here? Allah. I think we can do it like this. As long as you can see, it's inverted. As long as you can see this ankle, I think we are good. This arm. Why is it? All right. Why are we here? And we are live. We are live. What do you people want to talk about? Hakuna siku mtaingia na topic mara moja. Mnangoja mimi nitoke na topic. Nitoe wapi topic? Why am I losing? What is happening here? I need a little bit more room. There we go. I need all my elbows inside the frame. This thing is looking like it's in the way. Let me cut this thing. One moment. All right. I've always wanted to do that. Higher. Why are we here, guys? Why are we here? Mustafa Sheriff updated membership to body level. Do you know how much is a body level? Mustafa, do your fellow Allahu Akbar people, you are giving money for free. Do you know how much is a body level? Nikuangalilia upate heartburn. Me, I know blacks. Nikuangalilia bei ya body level upate heart black. Hey, Mustafa. That is a lot of money. What did I do to deserve all this? Membership. Levels. Okay. Levels ilikuwa hapa nyuma. Sitawaambia. Siwezi. Me no blacks. Nikiwaambia bei ya body level, you are going to die. Yawa Mustafa Sheriff. Yawa Mustafa. Sasa nimesahau nilikuwa nakufanya nini? Anatupia pesa kama mimi niko uchi. Kwa nini anatupia pesa kama mimi nimeonyesha chest? Yawa, what did I want to do? Now I'm completely lost. There's something I wanted to do. What was it? Completely forgot. All right. Let's see if we can get somewhere. Yawa Mustafa. Hey! Hii ni hongo ya kuconnect na Allahu Akbar girl. Is this the hongo for connecting you with what is the name of that girl? Artun.
Asiyefunzwa na mamai.
No. Not that one. This one here.
woke up this morning, Malia. Your side of the bed was cold. Yeah, I woke up this morning, Malia. Your side of the bed was cold.
Yo iba inaingia pa kwa bone marrow. Yawa.
Reached out in the silence. No soft arms for me to hold.
Somi Kaburu ananiambia keep time bwana. Lipia. Do you see what Allahu Akbar guy here is doing? Mustafa Sharif? Amelipia. Wewe uko wapi? Mr. Keep Time? ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás tu dinero, amigo? Yo no mire tu dinero nada. ¿Dónde estás tu dinero, primo? Nunca. Cállate.
Used to hear your footsteps echoing down the hall. Oh, I used to hear you laughing, Malia. Echoing down the hall. Now the silence haunts me. Won't say nothing back at all. Oh, my love, Malia. Don't you hear me call your name?
Yawa.
Hey, baby, Malia. Don't you hear me call your name? I got a heart full of love, but it ain't got no place to lay. Your picture on the dresser, watching every move I make. Oh, your picture on the dresser, Malia. Every tear I try to shake, I talk to it like you're here. Lord, how much can one heart break? Oh, my love, Malia. Don't you hear me call your name? Ooh, baby, Malia. Don't you hear me call your name? I got a heart full of love, but it ain't got no place to lay. The nights feel longer now, Malia. Every shadow reminds me of how you used to pull me close, make the world slow down. Where did you go, baby? I still see you carrying my tall, handsome son. In every dream, you're the only one. Oh, my love, Malia. Baby, don't leave me in this lonely inn. I'm still here, talking to your picture again. Still hoping you'll come back and carry my son for me, Malia.
When love used to be love. Right now, the generation of the 28 below, they have no idea what to do with love. They have no idea what to do with people, with men expressing their love. They only have one simple 4-letter word: simp. If you put a mic in their face and ask them, define simp to me, there's no reference point. Toddler speak. Toddler speak. Da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dee poo poo. One word sentences. But there was a time when men used to know how to quote women. When women basked in the glory of their attention from men. Somebody here is asking about corporate, because the story is the same. Corporate is where people used to go to learn skills, to learn how to work under authority, to learn how to work with others, to learn how to work under others, to learn how to gain experience and expertise, how to make alliances and connections. Then, when the time is right, they would go out there and do it for themselves. I actually have a video of that. Let me see if I can find it. A very old video. Very, very old video. It is going to address your question. What was your name? Ian Onsari. It's a Kisii name. It's going to address your question.
Yeah.
When men used to quote women. In my generation, because we did not have electricity, the only time we got a glimpse of these songs was during Christmas time. None of you here, except probably Mustafa, who knows the meaning of Paka Power, ever read Paka Power. Those were size D batteries. And we couldn't just play cassettes every week. No, we only did it during Christmas time with the Boney M songs. Do you know who is Boney M? No, you don't know Boney M. It's starting to look like Christmas. So in there, they would sneak in quoting songs. Those days of Boney M and Joseph Camaro and Dicho. Go on YouTube and look up those songs, quoting songs. And women used to bask in the glory of being validated by men. When women were women, men knew how to approach women. But not anymore. Your generation now have the SIMP, simp. What is it? What are you comparing it with? You know, me is a toddler. I only speak one sentence, simp.
Yeah, Samoina, under the coconut breeze. Just you and me. Waves are whispering your name tonight, Samoina. Coconut breeze under the moonlight. From the first time our eyes met, something changed in me. Let the worries drift out to sea. Go holding tight. It's just you and me. Oh, let it flow, let it go. Ride the golden tide, take it slow. Hearts be light, souls be free. Underneath the sunset sky, Samoina, you and me. Palm trees sway into this melody.
I found it.
Listen.
I even found one by Jack Ma. But let's play this one first. Tan tararan tan 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 tararan tan tan.
Listen. There's over 7 billion people in this world. You're replaceable. Stop feeling yourself. Just because they've been putting up with it doesn't mean they're gonna keep putting up with it. Just because they ignored their work to be with you doesn't mean they're gonna keep ignoring their work to stay with you. Understand, you are a choice. So don't think for a moment that they're gonna keep choosing you over their happiness, that they're gonna keep choosing you over their peace. They're putting up with you.
Wait. It's the same guy, but the message is different. He has another one. It's the same guy, but the message is, the one I'm looking for is totally different. Man. Where is he? But let's listen to Jack Ma. I found the guy. Sorry, it was a different guy. When you see both of them, you're going to understand why I'm confusing them. This is the guy I'm talking about.
A lot of your success as an entrepreneur will be predicated, hear me out now, a lot of your success as an entrepreneur will be predicated based on 2 things. 1, the network that you build. 2, the work that you put in your current role. Everything that you do today in your job is paid training. Your job right now, your 9 to 5, is teaching you a skill set, or it's helping you refine a skill set. It's like a knife that you're sharpening. You're refining that skill set every single day when you get into work. So one day when you do leave that job, you will go ahead and be able to take that experience and you'll be able to sell it. You'll be able to bill $250 an hour or $500 an hour. However much you bill, you'll be able to monetize that experience. But you will not gain that experience if you're lazy at work, if you're failing to meet deliverables, if you're not building a network, if you don't have people that can vouch for you. That's why it's so important that any single person that aspires to be self-employed or be an entrepreneur takes into account the value of work ethic and why whatever it is that you do right now, whether it's making pizzas or making cappuccinos at a Starbucks or just working in an office, take that experience that you're getting and show up to work, be on time, over deliver, and more importantly, build good relationships with your coworkers too, because you never know where you will find yourself down the road. And that person that today is in an entry-level job might hold the keys to your destiny. And that's real talk.
That thing is how old? September 9, 2019. I've probably changed phone 4 times since then, maybe 5. And I keep that message. There is nowhere else you are going to get the kind of training you need than in employment. Again, we just came from talking about, we can no longer talk about quoting women because the modern man has been saturated with the word simp. So now, you cannot hear anything about a man saying on how to respectfully approach a woman and address her, and for the woman to fall under that admiration and adoration and submit to that attention. We have lost that. The same way, we have lost the importance of corporate Kenya, corporate world, because it has been invaded by the toxicity of the feminists. So now the values of them are no longer visible, but the organic preposition for a young guy entering an entry-level job is to go learn the skills in corporate Kenya, in corporate whatever you want to call it. Because that's where you're going to learn discipline. That's where you're going to learn how to deliver. That's how you are going to learn how to keep deadlines. That is very important. Because when you are on your own and there is nobody watching over you, there is no supervisor, there is no manager, you have to psych yourself on how to be disciplined enough to meet the deadlines. You need that training when you're young. You need that training when you still have that sparkle straight out of college, straight out of a trade school. You go in there and you get molded so that you can fit in the real world. You and I don't have the vantage point of having watched the generation before us shape the pathway for us to naturally fit into the business world, to naturally fit into entrepreneurship, to naturally fit into the family dynamics. So we have to learn all those things from corporate world. But that aspect of it has been diluted because of the invasion of the feminists and now corporate Kenya, which is why you're asking the question. Corporate world now has been turned into a bad place. No. The guy I called here the last time, Harineta, the guy I put on the phone to respond to somebody else's question here, he started off in employment. He was working under somebody. He was working with another group of people. Majority of them losers. But he knew this is not my end point. I'm getting the skills, I'm getting the connections, I'm building a group for me, I'm building a reference point for me, so that when I branch off onto my own, I know how to gather my customers to myself. You will always need that, especially a majority of you who are channeled into these modern university pathways of the importance of a degree. The reason that degree is useless is because you have never practiced it. You have never put it into action. The shallowness of the education system in Kenya does not give you the opportunities for you to go in a placement for 6 months, for you to go to an attachment for a whole year, to learn the ropes from them that have done it. And now you have demonized the people on the inside as gatekeepers because you have never been allowed in. Very, very tricky situation. You have to be very careful to always remember this life is yours and you are the only one who is responsible to shape it to the direction of where you want to take it. Don't get emotions involved. I hope that is clear. These guys. Yesterday, George, you played the role of a veterinary. You injected the lost calf. Kweli. At some point, bro, somebody has to step in there and tell people the truth. Because now there's so much fakeness. You see how those people get packaged with some talking points from the feminists. Mokideo. Hey, I'm going to meet Kibe. What do you want me to ask him? And then he comes there and say, hey, but you, Kibe, you hate women. And Kibe is like, which women do I hate? Oh, no, I didn't say you hate women. Because somebody else is speaking for him. There is a woman with a finger deep in his ass who said, make sure you ask that question. But when confronted with the subject, he has no language of himself. He's carrying somebody else's noise. The same people here who speak one-word sentences. They cannot formulate a formula. They cannot come up with an opinion. It's a very tricky world, but also it presents great opportunities for the exceptions. Because therein lies the solution to the problem that are dogging this majority. If you figure out how to reposition yourself to compensate for what they are lacking, brother. All right, but why are we here? Today is Saturday, yes. And the game is not until 4 p.m. I looked. It is now 2 p.m. So I have some time to rant and shouty at somebody who want to be shouty word. World Cup. There we go. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Hard Rock Stadium, Miami. That will be 4 p.m. 2 hours away from now. Usiniharakishe. There is another thing I found when I was looking for that guy. It is from Jack Ma. I'm still answering your question, young man.
So 25 years old, don't worry. Any mistake is an income, is a wonderful revenue for you. So I told myself and told my young people, before 20 years old, be a good student. When you do entrepreneur, just learn some experience. Before 30 years old, follow somebody. Go to a small company. Normally in a big company, it is good to learn processing. You are a part of a big machine. But when you go to a small company, you learn the passion, you learn the dreams. You learn how to do a lot of things at one time. So before 30 years old, it's not which company you go, it's which boss you follow. It's very important. A good boss teaches you differently. From 30 to 40 years old, you have to think very clearly when you're working for yourself. If you really want to be an entrepreneur. When you're 40 to 50 years old, you have to do all the things that you are good at. Don't try to jump into the new area. It's too late. You may be successful, but the rate of dying is too big. So 40 to 50, think about how can you focus on things that you are good at. But when you are 50 to 60 years old, work for the young people. Because young people can do better than you. So rely on them, invest on them, making sure they're good. When you are over 60 years old, spend time for yourself. On the beach, sunshine, and everything. Right? It's too late for you to change normally. My advice to the young people, 25 years old, make enough mistakes. Don't worry. You fall, you stand up. You fall, you stand up. Enjoy it. 25 years old, enjoy the show, enjoy it.
All right, now you get the gist of it. Now you get the gist of it. That one is from December 28, 2019. All right. What are we doing here? Greetings from Portland, Oregon. This is the Veiled History 1. All right. Hello and welcome to the Extreme Logic Zone. Welcome to the real world. That is Navas Herbert. The Valid History 1. Salute which Portland. Oh, that's a conversation between him and Sharif Mustafa. And then we go to Stephen Waitito. Sakia Boonem. This Stephen man who have failed terrible at 25 now fared for the last 5 years. I think I am the Yankee Bay. I have no idea what these people are talking about. George, yesterday you played the role of veterinary. We read that. We played that. Aha, that song was about Somoia. Somoina. First time I saw that girl. Made her a beautiful song. Mo 52. You should visit Portland, Oregon, sir. I will personally welcome you. Is that where they have those villages of Kikuyus? Is that the same place they have, what is it called? Independence Bridge? Something close to that? There is a popular name associated with that fucking places that useless Kenyan stay over there on the West Coast. What is it called? Government Bridge? Federal Way. Is that where Federal Way is? I would have to carry Jik, disinfectant, spray it on myself every time I meet those losers, because there's nowhere to take a shower. I would prefer taking a shower every time I meet a loser, a fucking loser from Kenya. You think the insults are over? Wait until I finish the sentence. Oh, is that Washington State? I think that is Washington State. There's somewhere I want to go in Oregon. We wanted to go at some point, but probably, well, it didn't work. But I'll probably visit there by myself now that you're giving me an invite. There's somewhere with a lake. There's somewhere with a very cool lake. A lake that looks like Lake Tahoe, the one between Nevada and California. There is a lake there that is very popular for people from this warmer side of the country, where they go. That's where I would want to go in good weather. Somebody actually sent me very beautiful, maybe it's over here, very beautiful photos of that particular place I'm talking about. Let me see. I think so. They are not going to open. They were sent through the regular text. Yeah, they are going to open. This place. They went there sometimes in beautiful weather. They had a very good time. This place right here. It's in Oregon for sure. I know it's not that Kikuyu village of Washington State. Very nice hiking places. Let me open all of them together so that I can scroll through them. Yep. There you go. When you see this photo, you're going to know it. I'm gonna go this way. How do I go this way? This one, this place. That one. Very nice hiking places. I would want to go there. I would want to go there. This is so beautiful. Are you familiar with this plant? I got the seeds of this plant in Harvard Law School. I took my son there for camp a long time ago, before COVID. If you're familiar with that place, they are actually called Boston Ivy. I took my son there for camp, and I took the seeds off of the walls of the buildings of the School of Law inside Harvard Law School, and I planted them in my house in Kenya. Look how they are doing. Crazy. But because we don't have weather patterns, they don't turn as beautiful as the ones in the Northeast. In the Northeast, in the fall time, they change colors and they become these beautiful foliages. In the tropical Kenya, it's very green and the weather is so good, so they stay green the entire time. but they have done so well. Probably illegal, but who is asking? Why are we there? There we go. There we go. You should visit Portland. Thank you so much, Mr. MOE52. I will hold you to that. Have we talked on the phone? Are you the guy who called me on the phone when I used to do regular phone calls from Oregon, or are you a different guy? We have the class prefect here, Eric Maina. No. Is it Eric Maina? One moment. Guys, I'm looking for topics. Yeah, it's still Eric Maina. 28 likes, 42 people watching, meaning we have 24 monitoring spirits. It's not a must for you to be here. My students are worse than me. Hey, guys, get the likes up before Maina come for you. Shit. Being Kenyan comes with a lot of challenges, especially negativity. I suffer from typing negative. So when I type here, don't mind me. I'm just exercising my Kenyan nature. Oh no. There is no room for that. Sultan Francis. Not a question. I want to share a win. I just finished installing a banner that has been on my list for months. I feel giddy, like a small girl. You are a small girl. You are a small girl. You are a small girl. Also at the age of 23. You are the quintessential Dwansi. You want to be celebrating for overcoming, procrastinating your bullshit. Nice job. No cigars. Najua uko kwa rumu pahali na to your two boys mkichana veve. Wacha nimwadikie hivi usikie venye atasema. Baba in motion. I started my content journey. At least the discipline is the main thing here. Consistency. Consistency, my friend. I need a piece of rag. Consistency is the name of the game. Discipline is an insult to black people. Black people cannot embrace discipline because indiscipline is the way they express the victimhood under which colonialism, slavery, occupation, apartheid has put them under. So you cannot have discipline and also be a victim. And it's very sweet to be a victim. So they choose victimhood. 450 years of American nigger, still a victim. Those things cannot go along with discipline. I know, you will find somebody saying the same thing I'm saying, but in a sweeter way. That is the only time you're going to understand. Kumbe hiyo kimutu kinaongeaka vibaya, hivyo ndivyo alikuwa anataka kusema. Federal Way is in Washington. Good to know. Avoid Federal Way. Between Seattle and Tacoma. Got it. I've only been to California on the West Coast. I've been just about everywhere else. Just about everywhere else. I don't know what state I've never been to. Nevada. I've never been to Nevada. I've never been to Nevada. The Crater Lake in Oregon. That has to be the place. Thank you so much, Kijana Maluku. Kijana Maluku, now you have a golden badge. Yeah, wow. The love is beautiful. Thank you, man. Nganga Capital. Good evening folks, how do you do IQ Watson? Salamu wachia wanawake bwana. Kuna jina kama yangu alafu naniaibisha hapa na salamu. Kwa nafikiri kuna kitu ya maana walikuwa nataka kusema. Let me go look for a napkin. I need to blow my nose. So let me leave you with a beautiful song.
All your troubles look so tiny when you're next to me. One more sip, one more smile. Stay right here a while. Since that first glance, you've been my peace, my style. So Moina, you make the world feel right. Oh, let it flow, let it go. Ride the golden tide, take it slow. Hearts be light. So
Where are we? Mr. Nganga, come up with something good. Salamu wachia wanawake. If the only thing you're coming off here with is salamu, my friend, Allah. Na unabeba jina kubwa kama Nganga. Kwani wewe ni Kikuyu ngwashi? Crater Lake. Yeah, I'll have to go to one of those places. Working for corporate without the 9 to 5. What to avoid? Avoid mongeke. Avoid mongeke. Good question, Trevor Noah. Avoid mongeke. Avoid do you people know what I mean when I say mongeke? Kogamano. La losers. The people you work with are not your friends. I'm waiting for you to consume that information. I'm also waiting for you to realize that you do not have real friends except the people you call friends from work. I'm waiting for you to also realize that every form of negativity in that friendship of yours has come from workmates, people you work with. Those are strangers. Never, again, this is going to rub you the wrong way. That is the whole intention. Every time I say something and rubs you the wrong way, George has won. I want you in your shallowness to go away saying, George alisema, yeah, anakujaga tu hapa kurabu watu the wrong way. I will have won. Never take a workmate to your house. Never take a workmate. The problem is you are the workmate. You are the roho baya. You are the monitoring spirit. I'm not saying this to protect you. I'm saying this to call you out. You are the roho baya. You are the monitoring spirit. Never confuse workmates for friends. There is a level of immaturity that goes with you needing your workmates to be friends. And Mustafa will tell you, Americans are very good at weeding off useless people from their lives. Very good. Well, the ones I know. But generally, the American culture, you can never see anybody confusing workmates as a friend. You can never see anybody confusing the next door stranger for a friend. Not in America. The guy who lives next door to you, that is not your friend. That is not your neighbor. That's the stranger next door. You have all the reasons to glorify being friends with your neighbors. You have all the reasons to glorify being friends with workmates. But if we asked you to put a list of all the bad things that have happened to you because of friends, 100% of those things came from the stranger next door and from the stranger you work with. 100% of those things. 100% of those things. 100% of those things. There is no perfect stranger that will ever cause you harm. Nobody knows that better than the fuckers in America, the Kenyans. All their pain, all their misery, all their trouble with the police originates from fellow fuckers that they hang out with. Don't take my word for it. Go listen to Kenyan Home in America. Is that the name of the guy? He's big on TikTok. Hello, guy, Kenyan Home in America here. That's how he starts his TikTok videos. Go listen to his interview. And I only listened to those little triangle thing. What are they called? Reel. I only listened to a very short reel. He was on Ikonini. Talking, he's very good at talking nicely, as opposed to this arrogant guy here. He's very good at packaging his message nicely, but 100% of his content, go pay attention, 100% of his content, he talks about the bad things that happens to Kenyans because of being around other Kenyans. But because he is not as brutal as me, you have never picked that up. Go listen to what he told Ikonini a few days ago. I saw a short reel of him talking to Ikonini. Let me see if I can find it. So much content, I can't find it. Trevor Noah, if you can find that clip of that guy, Kenyan Home in America, that Rift Valley Kikuyu guy, Chabe, if you can find it, send it to me. There's so much content here, I can't find it. Every bad thing that has knocked on your door, every bad thing that has faced your life is because of friends that you call neighbors, and it's because of friends that you call workmates. End of story. Hakuna mtu mwingine. The Kenyan name, Kenyan American Home. Yeah, that's what he called himself. Yes. I love his content. He knows how to soothe the evil of the Kenyans in America. So he packaged himself as part of the victimhood. So when he's saying it as if he's part of it. Me, I speak from the outside looking in. For him, he packaged himself as also mwenye ameadhiriwa na madhara ya utovu wa nidhamu na uchawi na fitina za maumbwa wa Kenya wenye wako Amerika. The Kenyan American Home, that guy. Let me see if Trevor is going to catch. I'm waiting for you, Trevor. Very simple message. He packaged it in a hurry. The same message, by the way, that I spoke sitting on the same couch on Ikonini. The same exact message. But he is sweet. He is sweet. Me, I'm arrogant. I'm full of myself. I want to be white. The same exact message. He normally starts with Mutuangu. Yes, he packaged himself as one of them. When he's talking about vile Wakenya wameharibia immigrants jina, he put himself as one of the people who have been affected by the bad behavior of the Kenyans. Mtu wangu, Wakenya kweli ni ngumu kuwatetea, mumetuchomea. There is this guy Kariuki, sijui whatever his Kikuyu name was, mwenye alikuwa anaendesha Uber and aka sexually assaulted a 14-year-old girl. Hey, mumetuchomea bwana, mumetuchomea. He put himself as a victim. Me, I stand on high horse. I know you Africans like using those words. I don't get you with it. Me, I look myself as like I'm better than you because I am. And I point out at these fuckers that cannot assimilate. These fuckers that are so primitive. They cannot give and take for the greatness of the country. They cannot help it but be who innately they are. Primitive, marauding scavengers who just found themselves in a first world. And when they come here, they congregate in that federal way. If you don't see the American flag, you would think you're in Moshada. Bro, I was with them at Safari Sevens, the rugby tournament sometimes back in LA. Every society, from the Samoans, Australians, the whole country, the whole world was represented. Every society was there. Indians, everybody showcasing their culture, their music, their food. People are lining up to taste their food. Kenyans, I need an empty bottle before I start puking. The curse of the blacks. The same. Takataka. Wako hapo. When the boys start talking, they talk like women. They have chapati. People are lining up for chapati. Chapati imeisha. When we are sitting in the stadium, the Kenyan section is just a handful of people compared to the rest of the whole world that is there with their cultural practices and their drums and their music and the caroling. I have beautiful pictures of people from Samoa. I ate at the Samoa food. I cannot be found dead in that stupidity and the pettiness and the shallowness of those fuckers. But then towards the end, we were sitting somewhere listening to some island music because those ones had come with their own stud and their own percussions and their own band. They have a whole group of people performing. We have nothing. We are there. This big baby that was the ambassador, that little guy, what would call himself? Big Ted. He had just come to America probably 3 days before that situation. So he was there in the Kibada that looks like on the side of the road from Gilgil. Exactly the Kenyan shit. He was there in a Kibada. The only way you know it's a Kenyan Kibada is because it has the Kenyan flag. Everybody else have all these pre-arranged, huge, extrinsic performances and showcasing of their culture. Wako hapo kwa Kibada, wanazungukana, wanaangaliana. Unajua wenye Wakenya wanaangalianaga hivi, hasemi kitu lakini anakuangalia, lakini akienda kwa mtu mwingine take a sip before I start puking. What was the story again? I want you to remember me for this. This is not by accident. This is by design. Pipeline is in Oregon. Well, sorry, Oregon guy. It's in Federal Way. Pipeline is in Federal Way, Washington State. Pipeline is in Dallas. Pipeline is everywhere those fuckers congregate. I saw a video of Kenyans here in Austin being housed by, entertained by Gashabi. The rowdiness is there. The guys are voiceless. They are there. 60-year-old guys just sitting there. They have no voice. They cannot complete a sentence. There's a whole video by Gashabi. Because to her, that's the best thing that has ever happened. I mean, that's her best. So she's videotaping these people, and they are there looking exactly how they looked when they showed up from Mushada 25 years ago. Semangwe, I call one of them right now. Semangwe. And my tone is not going to change. It's going to sound exactly like this. Thank you, Trevor.
Happen. So jichungeni. Watu wangu ni aje? The Kenyan American home hapa hivi mazena. Nimetoka kuscroll TikTok maze. Nikakama cross hii post ya huyu jamaa. Huyu jamaa ni Karao Texas. Na alikuwa anapeana story vile kwa shift jana Wakenya wawili walipiga simu kushtaki Wakenya wengine. Watu wangu jichungeni. Ukipata hiyo post ndio usikize hiyo post by the way. Karao.
This is the first time I'm hearing this. But did you get what I just said? He packaged himself as part of the victims. He is so good at this. Because if it was me delivering the same message, I would be speaking from the outside, looking in. He knows the bio. They have a terror group of women that would go after him. So he packages himself as, Mimi niko hapa. We are suffering together in this primitivity of these fucking scavengers that found themselves in the first world. He knows how to package himself as one of the Wadhiriwa. Let's listen to it again.
Happen. So jichungeni. Watu wangu ni aje? The Kenyan American home hapa hivi mazena. Nimetoka kuscroll TikTok maze. Nikakama cross hii post ya huyu jamaa. Huyu jamaa ni Karao Texas. Na alikuwa anapeana story vile kwa shift jana Wakenya wawili walipiga simu kushtaki Wakenya wengine. Watu wangu jichungeni. Ukipata hiyo post ndio usikize hiyo post by the way. Karao. Anasema alikuwa shift na badala umse anapiga simu. Mtu wa kwanza akapiga simu akiangalia namba jina anaona ni jina ya Mkenya. Akachukua anaongea na yeye, kumbe Mkenya hapo Dallas alikuwa anapiga kushtaki ati kuna jamaa ako hapo ana makara. Na akapeana kila kitu, details kila kitu. Uni mtu wa kwanza kukaa kidogo mtu wa pili akapiga another Kenyan. Huyo alikuwa anashtaki mother fulani ati alikuwa anamari mlami for ati hiyo marriage ilikuwa fake. Alikuwa anamari mlami kwa pepe.
If you don't know the lingo, you cannot even understand what he's saying. Because he cannot say documents. He cannot say immigration papers, makara. He cannot say that somebody is doing a fake marriage so that somebody can get a green card. He has to use the lingo from the fear point of view. Something else I just noticed. Somebody here, when you are listening, you are already convinced that George was calling ICE for fellow Kenyans. I can never get myself out of that. It is very important for you to continue believing that.
Anamshtaki hivyo. So jamaa ako hapo, yani law enforcement. So badala Kenya wapige hiyo nini wanapiga kwa karao. Fortunately msi akashika hiyo kitu. Na mimi after kusikia hiyo ndio, na hizi stories zote tumekuwa tukisikia, ndio unajua it is happening. Kuna Wakenya wengi sana wamekuwa kingoja hiyo opportunity. Kuna mtu anajua story yako, mtu wangu anajua kila kitu yako. Amekuwa kikungoja kitu kai vile anaweza kutaa nini. Tafadhali jichungeni. Lakini kwanza hata ni address for every Kenyan. Ushawahi piga simu, unafikiria kupiga simu, upigie karao ama upigie hawa sewa barafu
ICE
kureport Mkenya mwingine. Mimi nataka tu think long and hard mazi about hiyo kitu. Huku si kwetu, by the way, ultimately hata kama wengine wetu ni ma citizen, huku si kwetu, but pia man hatuwezi fika hiyo level tunashtaki watu kwa barafu. Hatuwezi mazi fika hiyo level. Hata kama mtu wangu ni hasira gani uko nayo, hata kama ni wivu, hata kama ni hatred umejaza mtu wangu, mimi nakwambia tu pause tafadhali. Tusifanye hivi. Tusikue watu wa kupiga simu mazee kushtaki watu wetu. Acha nikwambie, what goes around comes around. Unaweza ona mtu wangu na nini upigie mtu uharibie mtu, lakini ujue chuma chako kimotoni. Mimi nasema tu hivi. Ultimately hata vile watu wanasemaga mtu wangu adui ya Mkenya ni Mkenya. Tafadhali tukue, let's be our brother's keeper. Let's be our brother's keeper mazee. Tusifanye hivyo. Alafu mazee wewe uko hapo. Kama kuna mtu unajua story yako, kama unaweza mtu wangu, kama unaweza enda. Juu nini tu
the art of packaging himself as one of the waadhiriwa so that he can please the terrorist group. The art of including himself. Adui ya Mkenya ni Mkenya, but wacha tukue each other brother's keeper. How does that work? Adui ya Mkenya ni Mkenya, avoid the fuckers. How can you be a brother's keeper when adui ya Mkenya ni Mkenya, in your own words? But he knows how to, inaita kwa nini? Kuuma akipuliza. I don't have those problems.
Let's be our brother's keeper mazee. Tusifanye hivyo. Alafu mazee wewe uko hapo. Kama kuna mtu unajua story yako, kama unaweza mtu wangu, kama unaweza enda. Juu nini tu hata kama ni
mimi jina yangu ni George, NJAU NGA. Go find something. I mean, what else do you need? My date of birth October 5, 1971. It was a Tuesday. Nini kingine unahitaji? Let me know. If that doesn't help, I need to help you to take care of me out. Arrogant George.
Utanini hata kama utaenda ukae mahali kwingine ni aje. Kama kuna mtu una suspect, unajua huyu ni msewa hiyo sampuli, mtu anaweza pigia barafu. Mtu wangu fanya kitu. Na tafadhali. Kama unajua hauna mtu wangu, hii story kaa nayo peke yako. Usiambie mtu yoyote mtu wangu. Lakini pia man atusikue hivyo. Hata kuna level nyingine inafikaga hata hii time tunafaa kuwa na unity. Hii time tunafaa kupigania sijui nini. Na hii nime notice mazee profile yangu imejaa negative comments mazee. Mimi nakwambia ukicomment by the way kwa hii video negatively mtu wangu mimi nakublock. Tunafaa kuwa Kenyans for Kenyans.
I notice profile yake imejaa negative comment. He knows he needs to block them, but he did not. Now he is issuing feminine threats. Ukifanya hivyo tena nitakupiga.
Mimi I have always stood na Wakenya. Sijawahi hata siku moja. Na by the way, najua kuna ile story ilipeanwa hapo ya huku US, na hiyo story ilikuwa uongo kabisa. Mwenye alipeana hiyo story anaweza waambia, me I have never and I will never. Mimi kutoka kitambo, mimi na support Mkenya na na support watu kukuja hapa, mtu wangu wakuje wapate manini zao, wakuje hapa wasaidike. Hiyo nimekuwa roho yangu. If at all unanijua, unajua hiyo ndio roho yangu mazee. Mimi naomba tafadhali wa Kenya, msifanye hivyo. Kama unafikiria kudu hivyo, usifanye hivyo tafadhali. Fiti man.
Wow. He's struggling to separate himself from Kenyans. In the same way, I would imagine, it can never happen to me, that somebody would struggle to cut himself off of family members. Why? There is no human being on this planet, 8 billion of them, I cannot cut out of their life, including the one you just thought about. None. Blood, water, juice, saliva, it does not matter. Why is he talking like he has no options? He needs to package himself as a victim so that he can continue telling the stories of the evil of the fuckers in America called Kenyans. That's the only reason. But he has to Uma and Puliza. You cannot pick a hint of he is talking about the evil of Kenyans because he packaged himself as a victim of the bad behavior of Kenyans. I've never been a victim of anything. Why would I be a victim of alliances with the fuckers? But Trevor, there is another one where now he was in Kenya 5 days ago, and he was talking to Ikonini. It's probably on Facebook or TikTok. Go look at Ikonini's TikTok or Facebook, because I just looked at the reels on the shorts. It's not on the shorts of YouTube. But that's how this guy is careful to talk about people who should never matter in his life. Hey, nime-notice profile yangu imejaa negative comments from fellow Kenyans. Ukicomment kwa hii video, hii sasa, wachana hizo zingine 100. Hii sasa, nitakublock. CLA, I don't know how to speak like that. It's comical to me. It's where? Why? But you guys keep getting me out of my game. Why are we here? Why are you truly here? 46 minutes later, what are we still doing here? There's something he have said there. I don't know if you caught. There's something he has been accused of being involved in the troubles of Huku US. The character named Huku US. I don't know if you caught it. Me, I have a bloodhound nose. I caught it. You know that idiot called Huku US? Those congamano of the fuckers in America, they must have accused him of being involved in whatever mess Huku US was in. That's what he was alluding to. By me, amesema kwa umbali kama kachumbari. Why are the comments quiet? Is it something I said? Is it something I said? Nigerians in America don't come to listen carefully. Nigerians in America do not come to America with an intention of going back to Nigeria. They come completely fixated on making things work for them here. There is no hukukule. And Sharif Nasir, tell me if I'm wrong. Nigerians come here to make a good life. So, just like the Italians, just like the Irish, just like the Japanese, just like the Vietnamese, just like the Filipinos, just like South Americans, just like Central Americans, just like Mexicans, they create communities. Because this is their final destination. I know Nigerians that have never been back to Nigeria since they came here. Never. They make things work here. A lot of them. I used to work with them. The healthcare industry is inundated by Nigerian nurses. Hakuna huku kule with the Nigerians. No. They come, go to school, get a degree, get nursing certifications, get into careers. They become the biggest thing they can afford. Doctors, engineers, nurses. Big things. Then they make a community here. If you want to learn the trajectory of immigrants in America, watch how they celebrate their culture. There is breakfast right now that is rushing to my throat because you look at Kenyans in Dallas. What is that thing they call in Dallas? Is it the Labor Day weekend? Is that when they meet in Dallas? Or is it the Jamhuri? It's either one of the American holidays or one for Kenya that they create an opportunity to go meet in Dallas. They come from everywhere. I'm serious right now. I am about to throw up. My nephew went to one of those. Call Dennis on a regular phone call.
I found 5 matches. Could you be more specific?
Oh boy. How do you make a regular phone call? What the fuck? There you go. Hey, when you lived in Austin,
Power on. Induction.
Did you go to one of those Kenyan things in Dallas?
Yeah, I went down. It's called that one is called
Memorial Weekend. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
Memorial Weekend. Yeah.
Remind me the altercation in the parking lot.
But you know the Kenyans, they just have to, they fight. There's about girlfriends and stuff. One of the guys there also had a gun. I think he's a Kenyan at that time.
Slow down. Slow down. They were fighting over a Kenyan woman.
Yes. There was 2 Kenyans. One guy, two Kenyans. And you know the other Kenyan has a gang with the other, like he has like multiple Kenyans there.
Uh-huh.
And those the Kenyans, they are raised here, so they born and raised here, most of them.
Yeah.
And they speak, so most of them have guns. So one of them pulled a gun when I was there.
I remember you telling me dramatically how he rushed to his truck to retrieve a gun.
Retrieve a gun.
And everybody said,
I was driving a BMW.
yeah, you were. That's when I had just gotten the BMW.
Yeah, and then I took a road trip with it, man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna bring that BMW all windows shattered and shit. I'm like, damn.
So this guy rushed. rushed to his car and retrieved a handgun.
Yeah. And I had to give my friend his name KK.
I know KK.
He was like,
wait,
KK, you remember KK?
Wait. I know KK from you or from Kibe?
No, from me.
Ah, okay.
He was in downtown one day. He came here and I introduced him to you, but they told me who to happen. So let's start with this bullets flying left and right. He didn't shoot me.
Wait a minute.
He shot on the air.
He discharged the weapon?
Yeah, he did. And it was going on the air. So that is the start. So my quickest exit was going on the toll road, which was the quickest road out there. And that's where we got a toll ticket. When we come in with a toll ticket, the car's got a ticket on the toll.
The toll, the spike. I think in Dallas they call them spike or something.
I don't know. That was my closest exit.
That's how you got out of there.
Yeah. I just don't want to be around Kenyans. That's just me right now. I chose that, and I think it's been working for me. Even in Atlanta, you see me going. You see me. I will go to a Kisii grown people, all the people stuff activity, just to be there and then exit maybe 20 minutes later. I just all I do is technical appearance.
So the context here was, if you want to know how immigrants have assimilated in America, watch their social activities. That's why we brought up the Memorial Weekend. You have been to Asian communities celebrations around their holiday or whatever, like the Dragon Festival.
Yeah.
Did
you never see a violence with these guys up there. All they do is drink their Coronas and hot pots there in the middle. Everybody's digging into it and grabbing their sticks and speaking. They're speaking in their language. Maybe they're talking about whatever. Remember we used to be like this. That's all they do, and how they can make good deals and make money. We go to a Kenyan community. Everybody wants to show the other ones they're making it before other than them, and they're trying to fight each other. And where a place a gun is being discharged, I don't want to be there. I keep my gun on me today, but I don't want to be around such places.
I remember you telling me about one of those things you used to go to, and they were sitting down planning on who to help next in a business venture. Somebody who had just come to America. This is the family side of your children.
Yeah, that's what they do. They call those are guys. So the bigger guy on this that day he does events.
Mm-hmm.
Like weddings, this mirror like that, what we see.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is the one who comes in and he brings people here. They sit down, have constructive dialogues on how they can develop it themselves. It's a community. It's like the Indians. The Indians hold each other accountable. They say they put one guy in one house, they pay that house, like after the kids. They pay that house, the next person they go down. It's like a merry-go-round until the last person gets the house, and all of them are saved.
That's the same context you told me about the family of your children, where a guy had just come and they were figuring out how to get him in a house quicker than the regular process in America would take.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to be around people who are constructive, and somebody's calling me. Forget about Chili's Bank. So you need to be around people like that who are, you guys are propelling towards common goal and being prosperous in this country, other than just drama and bullshit and fuck that shit.
Whoa.
Who it is?
Whoa.
Yep. Welcome to America.
Thank you, man. Asante.
You're welcome.
All right.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. The number you dialed has been changed, disconnected, or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
That woman I was about to call, she changed her number. for the same reason I'm about to tell you.
Bluetooth mode.
She worked with fellow Kenyans in a hospital setting. She had just gotten papers. There is this preliminary green card for 2 years. I think they called it temporary green card for 2 years. You do everything. You do the background check. You do the payments. You fill a lot of paperwork. You go for an interview, and you take your spouse, if that is the route you are using. Most of the case it is, and then they give you a temporary green card. And the reason for it is if you file papers through marriage, and that marriage is younger than 2 years, they give you temporary green card. After 2 years, you have to repeat the exact system, procedure from scratch. You have to go to FBI background check. You have to fill the exact same form, pay the exact amount of fees, go to the same interview, and bring the same woman or a man. So he had done the temporary green card. The woman I was about to call. And then she had used that opportunity of coming out of the shadows to go to the nursing school. And she was working as a nurse in a hospital in Round Rock, 15 minutes away from here. Fellow Kenyans knew that that was her situation. They worked together. Remember, this story started where? Do not confuse workmates as friends. That's why it originated. She was working with fellow fuckers from Kenya. They knew her vulnerability, that she was on a temporary green card. The only good thing about that temporary green card, you get professional, which is temporary work permit that also expires in 2 years. It has a little shade of like brownish. I've seen one of those. A fellow Kenyan working with her, because this woman that I know thought that she could share her story with a fucker Kenyan. That Kenyan knew where her vulnerabilities were. They work for year 1, year 2, year 3. HR, human resources, calls her in the office and say, I need to update your file with an updated work permit and your justification of you to stay in America. She said, oh yeah, no problem. She gave HR her green card that overrides everything else. Once you, after the 2 years, you go and you get a 10-year green card, I want to say. I think it's a 10-year green card, yes. You go and get a complete now full green card for 10 years. She had that. The witch grandchild of the witchcraft of her lineage of witchcraft in Africa did not know that this woman had gone and gotten a new green card. Probably because of the stories she must have shared. If the relationship was through marriage and that marriage was not real, and she probably had said things she should not say to a fellow African, this woman packaged that information and kept quiet. So now this woman is at HR. She's the one giving me the story. This is not hearsay. She's the one giving me the story. She's at HR, and HR say, we need to update your file with your work permit and your continued authorization to stay in America. Oh yeah, I already have that. So now because I have a real green card, I don't need a work permit. This one overrides all of that. Okay. She took a photocopy, she put it in file, and my friend is walking away. And she said, by the way, I would not have caught it if that person from your country had not brought it to my attention. I keep sipping water because this person they worked with, she had learned what her vulnerabilities were. She had snuck into the HR and told HR, that woman over there does not have papers to work here anymore. You have to be careful. There's so much liability of having somebody who is here illegally. Those are the people you people go around correcting and saying you have friends from home. You have friends from work. You have friends that are fellow Kenyans. Those. And your reasoning right now is, you just have to know. You just have to know who to deal with and who not to deal with. Why? Why is that the option? Why is that a choice? Why is that in the multiple choice? Mustafa is telling me after the 2-year conditional green card expiration, you need to apply to remove the condition and get a 10-year green card. Yes. But you still have to go back and do the fingerprints. You still have to pay that form. I think it's called $795 or $907. You still have to go and face somebody. There is no other person. If she worked with 8 billion people in the same hospital, 8 billion people, there is no other person that would have done that to her other than a Kenyan. Kuna Mtanzania hapa anajiita Johari Adimu. Huyu ni yule mjamaa wa kuandika vitabu bwana. Huyu namtambua sana. Huyu ni Mkosti. Johari Adimu anasema, fadhili mfadhili mbuzi, binadamu ana maudhi. I do not know Kenyans. I want you to run with that information. George hates his own people. George hates himself. I will never be in that situation. Not in this life. Not in this life. Not in this life. It's a new member. Well, forgive me, Mr. New Member. I have never seen your name. N. Mbachia. I would have remembered it. True words have never been spoken. I made the mistake of getting a Kenyan a job in Botswana, where I was working. It was hell after 3 months and made sure he was deported before things went south. I don't know why I put myself into this. You guys think I'm kidding. I feel like throwing up. I feel like throwing up right now. There's nothing that disgusts me more than Kenyans in America. I don't know if I need to say that in another language, so that when you go run with what I just said, you translate it in all the multiple languages of the world. This terror group called ASKiQ, the women who are in that group, because they were sold this strong, independent black woman, but they don't have papers, they are at the mercy of the terror group leaders.
The subscriber you have dialed is not in service. If you feel you've received this message,
That is one of the victims of the ASKiQ terror group. They must have changed their phone number. Man. Washington State. Let me see if I can find somebody else. My stomach is about to give up right now. Oh, man. Well, I'm running out of people. So obviously they changed their numbers because they realized the only way to disconnect from these fuckers is to change numbers. I was going to say about the terror group. Those women in the group that do not have papers, they are put in this Getate group, being made to believe that they are pulling money together so that they can build an apartment complex in Kenya. They don't have papers. They already have a manipulatable and an exploitable vulnerability, but they already entrusted these people money. These are stories they give me. Meaning I don't connect with these people. They come to me. Then the Mujahideen group, those that can go to Kenya and come back, they go to Kenya, and when these people ask, can you take a picture of the project we saw, we see how the project is going? They can't. But they cannot protest because they have a vulnerability. They are being shooed into this woman empowerment group with a vulnerability, and then they get taken advantage of monetarily, being told, give us your money because you cannot go to Kenya. We are going to go invest that money in a group. I even have videos, photos of the redaline of the house that they were making. It was going to be strong, independent woman tower, whatever name they were going to give. Probably put the terrorist group on top. Why? Why? What is this smallness in you that always pushes you back to what is familiar? Hello. Trevano has sent me something else. Let me see what it is.
Ah, Kenya. Mambo. Kuja salimie bana. Madam. Amenilenga kabisa. Amenilenga kabisa. Ukiona watu wataki kamera ni noma. Inakuwa ni noma sana. Unajua nimemwona so, huyu ametoka Kenya huyu. Anyway, wishing you all the best and take care.
What is the name of this guy? Maybe it's in the stamp.
Hello. Ah.
Why did I start this story? Now I have completely spoiled my stomach. Nipatie kitu kingine ya kuongea bwana. Eric Miner, even as George is saying this, there are Kenyans taking notes to try and get George arrested or something. My name is George, N-J-A-U. N-G-A-N-G-A. My date of birth is October 5, 1971. It was on a Tuesday. Let me know if that is enough information. It is enough for anybody else. I want to offer my help for you to finish me. I am the sacrificial lamb. Let me know where to report. I have numbers to the wazoos. The ICE number is 1866 DHS 2 ICE. The numbers corresponds with the letters. The letters correspond with the numbers. Another number to call would be FBI in DC. It's +1 202 324 3000. There is another number. It is 304 625 2000. The ICE number, let's go back to the ICE number. I want to help you finish me. It does not make sense in the same context, but it should for you. You need all the help. That is the ICE number. Please be respectable to my name and spell it right. N-J-A-U. N-G-A-N-G-A. Nimepanga bags. Wakigonga mlango, nachukua 2 bags, tunaenda hiyo pahali. Hiyo pahali ni wapi? Mwangi, whatever your name was. Hiyo pahali ni wapi? Can I have a carry on? Maumbwa nyinyi. Maumbwa nyinyi. Wewe ndio mchawi. You are checking to see my vulnerability. There it is. Just be nice to my name. Spell it right to the white people. I don't want them calling me Gaga. NGA, NGA. Hao watu wa baridi wakikuja hawajui wewe ndio fridge. You were to tell us the story of the guy who was claiming he was overqualified to work together with your daughter. Oh, no. No. He pretended he had the qualification. So they put, my daughter worked for a company in San Francisco. They are mapping the ecosystem, the infrastructure of the vehicle of the future, the autonomous car. So she had posted something on LinkedIn, I think. And this stupid little Dwanzi from Nakuru applied to that position, probably because she saw a Kikuyu name and thought she can get away with it. They put him on a panel. He did not have a single answer to any of the questions. On this phone, my daughter shared with me an interview they were doing with applicants from all over the world on camera. Everybody is visible, like what do you call them? The modern, the traditional, the traditional video conference, whatever you call it, the one they are using these days. Yeah, the traditional, like a traditional Zoom. Everybody is there. They are pretending they are qualified for the job. They have gone through multiple stages. Imebaki, they answer the questions directly on camera to make sure that they are the person applying for the job. My daughter took a screen recording of the guy from Nigeria pretending to be answering the questions. He was reading from a script. The video conferencing, yes. So this little Dwanzi pretended he had the qualification to do the job. He did not. And there is no other story beside that. I have heard of that 13 years ago where a worker of a logistics company took his co-workers to his house, but after seeing his home, they accused him of stealing company merchandise to flood his house. Never confuse workmates for friends. They can never be. They can never be. I'm tempted to call another woman, but she would be so scared to be on record. But she has stories for ages about Kenyans. But I wouldn't do that to her. I know she wouldn't want to talk on camera. But the stories I hear from Kenyans, about Kenyans, they bring the stories to me. These are animals, primitive, backward, witchcraft-themed sorcerers. As a group, these fuckers, they are fixated on pulling each other down. If I showed you the things they have tried to do on my companies, you would think I'm making shit up. It would take a lot of time for me to dig them up. Let me see if there's a shortcut of doing it, actually. Let me see if I can narrow it down to... it's too complicated. It is so custom. Sets you filter. Let me see if it's gonna work. Custom. No, it does not give me the option I'm looking for. Anyway, it's too complicated. I cannot do it. I cannot think quick enough to find those things. Me, no blacks. Me, I don't have no pretense. I have no vulnerabilities. I have no compromises when I talk about black people simply because I'm black. I have no compromises when talking to Kenyans simply because I'm a Kenyan. I have no compromises when talking about Kikuyus simply because I'm a Kikuyu. I don't have that problem. That is a you problem. You cannot understand how, because you are that person. All right. You guys, hamna stories zingine leo? Kwani hii ni inaita kwa nini? Netflix and chill. Oh, the game has started, you guys. No, it has not. Oh, it's the pre-game thing is going on. I'm looking for a reason to chase you away because you people are not having good stories. I mean, gaslight me to be arrogant, gaslight me to be vile, gaslight me to be toxic. That is your job. Why are you failing? Oh, this is the losers game. They're looking for number 3 and 4. So England is playing. Kwa nini mseme kitu? Nimeondokia wapi nirudi hapo niwadunge tena? Hiki mtu kinaongeaga aje hivyo. Hivyo. Remember to call ICE. Remember to call police. I'll give you the Austin number. What do they call it? Doxing? Or swapping? Is it called swapping or doxing? APD. I mean, if it's something that East 8th Street, that is the headquarters. The Austin number for the police, the headquarters of the police. Remember, my name is NJAU. NGA. This is the number. 512-974-5000. Swat me. Dox me. I know. You have never in your life had anybody who speaks like me. You are so conflicted right now of what to do with this arrogance, other than calling it arrogance. But I will never be a statistics of having interacted with Kenyans in America. That one will never happen. These people I'm calling, they have blocked, they have changed their numbers because they have been shown Kanyoni of Ngede by fellow Focus. I'm so tempted to call that lady, but I don't want to put her through that. She has a very conspicuous voice. All right, anything else? We are 30 minutes away from the game. Americans have made so much money this World Cup. But you spread propaganda saying that people are canceling their tickets because of Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump is rounding up illegal immigrants. This World Cup is going to be empty seats. People are selling their tickets because they no longer want to be associated with an America that is rounding up illegals. Maumbwa nyinyi. I was supporting the Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal. I really wanted Cristiano Ronaldo to win. Unfortunately, Messi is going to win. There is something about Messi I cannot align with. Have you seen those compliances they do between Messi and Ronaldo? And include every kind of interactions. When people are running into the pitch because they want to touch Messi, they want to take a picture with Messi, and the security is rushing after them. No, let's start with Ronaldo. With Ronaldo, and Ronaldo protect them from the security, and he takes a picture with them. They do a similar thing with Messi. Messi avoids them. Messi just avoid them. Children, the children that line up in the start of the game, he never holds their hands. People who stay on the entrance of the tunnel, Those people are high top and they are looking to do hi-fi as the players go into the tunnel. Messi never shake any hand, never hi-fi anybody. They have done those compliances, so many of them. There's something about Messi that does not connect with the regular people. And Ronaldo is the opposite of that. So I had wanted Ronaldo to win and Portugal to win. But Messi is going to win the World Cup, unfortunately. Hakuna story ingine. Hii story ya Wakenya imewadunga sana. Because you don't know what to do with me. Because you know there is nothing I'm missing by not associating myself with those fuckers. You are looking everywhere. Utafanya hivi, utawahitaji wakule hiyo hitaji yao. Magui mado. Ronaldo is too perfect for the normal human. Disciplined, kind, rich, tall. Messi is the mirror of society. Wait a minute. Papa Bullions, you are onto something. Allah. Messi is the mirror of the society. Tattoos and all. Chaos, but still wins. You are onto something. I had never seen it like that. So do they, if they are loving the person they see themselves in, do they hate Cristiano Ronaldo because of the discipline? I see a lot of number 7s on people. I don't even know what number Messi wears. Is it a 10? Outside of Argentina, do people have the same reference of Messi as they do of Ronaldo? What do we know of him for? When he scores a game, what does he do? Because I know what Messi does. You are sitting there wondering, how did this guy get to a point where he is this free? Is it possible for me to be this free, or would I abuse the freedom? The reason you have not been entrusted with this kind of freedom is because you probably would abuse the freedom. Look at me, sweet as candy, and yet free. Now you don't know what to do with the freedom. Now you don't know why you don't have the freedom. Because Jesus, in your own Bible, said you would probably abuse it. You want me to read you the verse? Siwe dio mkristiano. It's in one of the parables of Jesus, if that narrows it down. Messi is number 10. Baba in motion. Many people love to see Ronaldo lose. Subconsciously, I did not know why I like Cristiano. Now it makes a lot of sense. Now it makes a lot of sense. Duke of Kiev. Messi rides on his talent. He's extremely talented. CR7 has discipline and all. Even today, people are talking about how Ronaldo ako karibu kuokotwa. No, that is me. Oh, yeah. Ronaldo is going to get okotwad by his wife. That one is given. That one is happening. That one is happening in less than 2 years. It's not as wishing it happens, it's as knowing it's going to happen. It's not if, but when. 2 años. V Wambua, kwanzia tawa kwitu, what's an invisible game most people don't even realize they are playing? That's a good question. One moment. Duke of Kiev, CR7 will be okotwad for sure. 100%. 100%. But in closing, we only have a few minutes. Let's answer this Wambua guy. What is an invisible game most people don't even realize they are playing? Herd mentality. H-E-R-D. Herd mentality. Groupings. Groupings. Your question is, what is an invisible game most people don't even realize they are playing? A sense of wanting to belong for the sake of wanting to belong is the most dangerous game people play. I will continue talking for 5 minutes, but from here on, you are going to be angry at me for pointing out the things that are so obvious to you, and you know they are the ones that are holding you back. The reason you're going to be angry is because you know you have no appetite, you have no discipline, you have no drive to change any of the things I'm going to point out about you. Let's get started. Societies are a collection of averages. It's a very powerful statement. Societies are a collection of averages. The temptation to belong in a group you have already signed on the dotted line that you're not good, you're not going to be anything other than the average. I am trying to think a conversation that happened with the good doctor, the good professor, Ogato, with Miguna. Miguna said exactly the same thing when he went to Canada. Trevor Noah, can you go on my X with the keyword Miguna and see if you can find that video of me? I created a whole new lineup of the things related to what Miguna was saying. The moment you sign up on the dotted lines of a grouping, whether it's a men's club, whether it's alliance with your tribe itself, I am a Kikuyu, that itself comes with blankets. Americans called, what do the Americans call brackets? Open parentheses, closed parentheses. You can only operate within those parentheses. Averages. Even when you join a cooperative, co-op, to save money, you are signing on the dotted line of belonging to a collection of averages, because there is always a cap of how much money you can borrow from that cooperative. So many things. I'm looking for everything to annoy you. The women in the Getati, these merry-go-round, you are going to notice October 2, 20. Oh, you are in Kenya, so it's the other way around. It's February 10. February 10, February 10, February 10. That's where I wrote that tweet. February 10. I'll find it. I will find it. Thank you so much, Trevor. February 10. What am I looking for? Profile. Uh-oh. X has updated to another kind of layout. This layout looks different. Let's look for a keyword. Dr. Miguna. Let me see if I can pull it off. Ah, I got it.
The people who are trying to put, but come to the Kenyan community. The people who are trying to pull you down are those either have given up or have limited ambitions or have limited abilities, and they want that transferred to you, or are just envious or jealous. They don't want anybody doing better than them.
Yeah.
You know, I had problems with Kenyans who thought I was too much in a hurry. When we came here and we lived somewhere as a group of people, and I was always running, I was always studying, doing things. And they say, what's wrong with you, my friend? You're always in a hurry. You know, we came here before you, and you think you can just come and... I say, my friend, yes, you came here before me, but we all have different agendas. I have my agenda, you have yours. I'm not interfering with yours. Let me do mine. Yeah. So I don't drink. I've never drunk. I've never tasted alcohol. Okay? I don't smoke. So why should I sit there watching you drink? I don't drink. Why should I accompany you to a bar or to a social place where you are going to drink? And I don't drink, and I don't enjoy it. And I don't enjoy the environment. That, oh, you moved away from us. So I say, my friend, I'm supposed to be close to you. To do what? You see, we can be close together if we're doing something in common, or if we have a plan.
Yeah.
Or there is a strategy. But what is this thing that if you live in this neighborhood, I must live next to you because I have to be loyal to you more than I'm loyal to myself?
Do you ever find that people who are, come from similar communities, so in this case, your people with the similar context as you, background as you, tend to pull each other behind?
Yes and no.
Okay.
But come to the Kenyan community. The people who are trying to pull you down are those either have given up or have limited ambitions or have limited abilities, and they want that transferred to you, or are just envious or jealous. They don't want anybody doing better than them.
Yeah.
Then you're better off on your own. Because the energy that you're going to use to, number one, emotionally deal with this distraction, because it is. People telling you things that they know are not true, but are meant to distract you. People telling you things because they want to waste your time. People telling you things to discourage you. You may be able to understand somebody very well, but you may not understand their fears. Because, people have some fears they don't express, especially these people who don't talk that much. The fear just bolts up in them, and one day they're up, and they do something quite ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yes, there are those who want to pull you down. And sometimes you don't realize that, as I said, until it's too late. There are things I've realized very late sometimes. I help people. Sometimes you even give people accommodation. You do. Then you realize, my goodness, this guy was always jealous. But by that time, it's irreconcilable. And it's unfortunate because you spend so much time, so much energy on this person that you never should have.
Yeah.
And the energy and resources you should have invested elsewhere, you wasted.
Thank you so much, Trevor Noah, for catching that. I posted that on February 10th. It's one of the very rarest things that I agree with Miguna. What is an invisible game most people don't even realize they are playing? The game of herd mentality. It comes with limitations. Societies are a collection of averages. Nobody wants to see you shining in the group that you are in. The rule of every group, the rule of every sense of belonging is you become just like everybody else. That is the most dangerous game people play without even knowing that they are surrendering their greatest potential, their ability, their capability to do great things in exchange of belonging. And it's mostly a Black people problem. Black people believe, the only group of people who believe that they can only succeed when they join together to fight an external force. The moment they accomplish that basic need of resistance, because the history of Black people is primarily fixated on resistance. The moment they get independence, the moment they eradicate apartheid, the moment they get civil rights, we never see them springing up into continuing with this alliance that they came together to overcome apartheid, to overcome colonialism, to overcome slavery in America. The efforts of civil rights, we never see them in 2026. The same energy, the same tenacity, the same togetherness, it ends right here. When they get independence, when they eradicate apartheid, when they eradicate occupation, when they eradicate slavery. Now they have civil rights. There is no more alliance after that. You as a Black person, you need to know that. Jews flourish by doing something beyond the atrocities of the 1940s. Italians flourish because of doing something beyond their condemnation of being called dirty when they landed here. The Irish, the same. Black people, not so much. What is an invisible game most people don't even realize they are playing? The game of herd mentality. This need to belong to a getati. 10 people saving 10,000. I'm looking for things to make you mad because I know you are in the situation of any of those things that I'm going to mention. 10,000, let's be generous. There is nobody having a getati of 10,000 in the Chama Chawamama, but that is not the point. 10,000 every month for 10 people. That's 100,000. But you are going to wait for 10 months before you can get your 100,000. That money is not going to improve. That money is not going to increase. That money is not going to be invested. That money is not going to grow. That money is not going to have interest. It is just 10,000, 10 months. If you get one, if you're number one, you have to wait for 11 months before you can get another one. But that money is not doing anything. You are not paying for your money to grow. You are paying for the game of belonging. The need to belong to a Kongamano, to a Mongiki. It limits you from your potential. Most of the people are bogolalas. Majority of the people have no appetite. Another insult I want you to take away. Majority of the people have no appetite to be great. So they are so happy to belong in this place where they put their money together. Oh yeah, I remember what I wanted to say about the Kitatis. They put their money together, and then in the Kogamanos, they pay extra money for them to hold parties in each and every one of these homes. Every single time a fight erupts from the comparison of the same amount of money they spent during the last Mama Wanjiko's place, the same amount of money they are now in Mama Wanjiro's place, And the party is not the same as it was in Mama Wanjiru. Now they have created a whole new problem they have to deal with. And yet their money is not growing. Why are you there? Now you have to tolerate the murkiness of this sense of belonging. Unaona hata zile sufuria zake, unaona ametusafu chakula na sahani za melamine. Sasa hiyo ni gani? Hata afadhali angesema hawezi kutuaccommodate kwa hiyo kanyumba yake inakaa yeye, turudi tu kwa Mama Wanjiru pahali tulikuwa last time. Sababu huko ni now they have signed up on some other unnecessary shit. But majority of people love that. You are the majority of those people. Your life is driven. The PowerPoint of your life, the dynamo that powers your life is those dramas of life. So you're not going to see anything wrong with what I'm saying. You're going to be mad at me. That was the intention. There is so much you can do with that money. 100,000 after 10 months. They dictate to you how you can spend that money. If you go beyond the dictations of this average of the Gitate, you become an outlier and they don't want you anymore. Because you are breaking the first rule of the reason to belong. You have to be average. That is one thing. A very good question this guy asked. What is an invisible game most people don't even realize they are playing? Young men and women these days, your first delinquency occurred only because you wanted to belong. You on your own would not have started drinking alcohol. You on your own would not have started smoking marijuana. You on your own would not have started abusing drugs. But you needed so much to belong. So when they passed the brand around, are you going to say no? Hii ni bogi yangu. That game of bogi. I'm looking for everything to dunga you. I want you to be so mad at me right now. You are going to unsubscribe to this channel. That is the invisible game. And now the idea of belonging to this group where you pass around muzinga, where you pass around joint, where you pass around a snuff of cocaine, there is no ceiling. But you are so invested in that game. Right now, you feel like I'm denying you your right to belong to my boys. One muzinga, the one with the name label, black label, red label, whatever label, is the same price as 10 50 kg packets of cement. If the same group where you go and buy muzinga, if the agenda was not to buy muzinga, but to buy 10 50 kg packets of cement so that each and every one of you start building, nobody would have appetite for that. Because everybody has to stay in the average. Inua mkono kama sijaguza your own vulnerability. We have 6 minutes. Niambie hiyo group uko nayo yenye haujui is the one that is holding you back. Every group you are in, every friendship you are in, friendship in the literal meaning of friendship. If you have somebody you call a friend, you are subject to be average to what they are. Now, I think this one is going to cover everybody. Friendships are part of the invisible game that you don't even know that you are playing, because somebody else influences decisions that you on your own would not have made. 100% of the time, those decisions are detrimental to your personal growth. Examine yourself. Show me an exception. Ian, I have seen such characters even when discussing business ideas. They say, wacha hiyo, utapoteza pesa, utagongwa, and other stories. Always negative connotations. The end game of every, this is Rangat, the end game of every chama is one of the members going away with the money of other members. It's always a matter of when. Peer pressure is the father of rejection. That is Papa Jones. Peer pressure is the fear of rejection. I have never had that problem in my life. I have never had that problem in my life. And I know my life very well. Very, very, very well. I have never done anything because the Mongeke influenced me to it. I can't go anywhere and remember that thing. I've never had a need to be satisfied by a stranger, by a sense of belonging. Never been me. Yes, I am special. I had your question. I had you saying, "Kwani wewe special?" Yes, I am special. Did you have any rebuttal from me being special? No. It was a tactic for a shame language. Can you say that about yourself? You cannot. You are the bad influence of your group. You listening to me right now, this sentence coming out of my mouth, you are the bad influence in your group. Because you are not motivated. You have no appetite for greatness. So you want to make sure that everybody ends up as a loser that you are, but you cannot even admit that you are a fucking loser. But dimu huza dimu, bro. Mapapai huza mapapai. Marenge na melon hasifanani. Baba, in motion. I have experienced this in corporate world. The weak guys pay for women chamas so they can meet once a month. There you go. So they have chamas for men and women at the same time. Mbappe is not going to win today. I just saw Mbappe across the screen, unfortunately. Tony Silva. Goja kidogo. Tony Silva is here at the top with 200 shillings. Cristiano resembles LeBron a lot. Want them to fail. The energy, the hate they put on LeBron James is the same they put on this guy in the soccer world. You can't hate a winner enough for them to fail. Winners win, losers fail. End of the game. Tony Silva is saying he's a member for more than 12 months. He has a golden burnt orange badge. Ogopa Group's 2 Muzingas of Black Label equals to 17 Android mobile screens. Perspective zako zimeenda kwa screens, bro. Are you in the phone repair business, Mr. Tony Silva? Ex-Hofer James. I have no idea what that means. As a Gen Z, you try telling these people ideas you can start together and they just ignore you and don't see any sense in it. Why do you see sense in telling them? You are the problem. You are in the wrong group, which prompt me to subscribe to you, to prescribe to you some medicine. Take notes. As we add this thingy, you are the problem. Where is it? I have prescription medication for you, mister. You're the last person I'm going to talk to. What is your name? X Hoover James. Outgrow your circle. That one is for you. That background is Western skyline. Outgrow your circle. Everybody else, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the M-Pesas. Thank you for these beautiful members that keep this thing going. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for the interaction, very lively. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for your time. Until next time, which is not today, outgrow your circle.
My name is George ASKiQ Watson.
It is.
Real talk for the young kings stuck in the mud. One thing I truly understand now. The circle you keep will make you or break you down. You out here wasting prime years on dead weight, useless friendships that amount to straight nothing, bro. Just noise and bait. Drama, gossip, chasing clout every night. Kuchafua meza in the club like that's your birthright. You ain't even bought new underwear in years. Ngotani chafu, my guy, that's the real tears. Socks full of potholes, mashimo kwa makende, but you flexing bottles on credit, pretending you made it. Energy vampires, sucking your time and your focus, while your dreams collect dust and your bank account's hopeless. Now how are losers on a hangout now? While men internalize they'll never amount to anything bigger. Wallow in victimhood daily. Kila siku blaming Ruto, this economy, that life ni harder. Wame give up on themselves kabisa, so they project their failures on kila kitu. Hii serikali imetukataa, dunia inatuonea. Excuses piling, zero action, zero move. Unataka kurise but unakana losers ndani ya comfort zone yao ya kush.
I know you are surprised that I have a song for everything that I speak here. That the question I was tackling in for 15 minutes, the answer to it are already on the song. But because you are black and you don't know what to do with people who build, you don't know what to do with that information, that there is a song somewhere that you can go listen to answer those questions. If this song was about Kenya, but by a white person, they would put them in billboards in Nairobi. Godha ni chafu. Kona mashimo, ulisema nini?
Excuses piling, zero action, zero move. Unataka kurise but unakana losers ndani ya comfort zone yao ya kushindwa, dragging you back, pulling you into the same pit ya self-sabotage na mediocrity, bro. Time to wake up, stop carrying dead dreams. Awengine, hii life ni yako. They comfortable rotting in the same spot forever. No vision, no grind. Just excuses and clever banter. You're trying to level up, build something real, but they pulling you back with the same old deal. Clubs every weekend belonging to nothing, wasting your seat on tables you can't even afford, bluffing. Meanwhile your future looking dark cause the soil is toxic. Wrong circle will kill the man, you're supposed to be toxic. I've seen brothers fight through the pain and separate, left the fake tables, built empires. No debate, no hate in your chest, just cold calculation. Protect your growth or stay stuck in stagnation. You are built for greater. Stop settling for lesser. Cut the dead weight, the time wasters, the pretenders. Right environment sharpens you into a beast. Wrong one turns kings into clowns at the feast. Outgrow your circle. Protect your time. Protect your vision. Surround yourself with builders who actually grind. The ones moving forward, not circling the drain.
Leave the pothole socks and dirt in Gotham behind. This is your season to rise. Outgrow that shit. Outgrow that shit.